Before the game, Scott Podsednik and his son Nixon went out to the hill to throw the ceremonial first pitch. I would say it's a high strike.
That's over
what
the
would
plate.
you say?
That's over the plate.
That is exactly over the plate. And it's Scott Podsednik bobblehead night. This man is no stranger to bobbleheads. He had one in Milwaukee. He had one with the World Series trophy and one again tonight. So how you doing?
I'm doing great. Doing great. Good to be back in the ballpark.
And certainly for you, this is a wonderful year, remembrance of the 2005 team. And what's your greatest memory of that year? I would have a feeling I know what it is, but you'd say what it is.
Well, from start to finish, it was a magical year. It really was. We had a real good group of guys that played well with one another, and it showed out on the ball field. So obviously, that was the highlight of my career. Was obviously getting to the postseason. That was the first time I'd played in the postseason in the big league. So getting to the postseason one, then going on to win a World Series. And then obviously the Game 2 walk-off, it doesn't get much better than that.
Well, you had 2 home runs in the postseason after not hitting any during the season. So here's one of them. How exciting was that? That was Jeremy Gonzalez on the hill.
Yeah, I can't recall the count. I was just looking for a pitch to hit. And then this pitch here, I obviously wasn't trying to hit a home run. I was ahead in the count 2-1, looking for a pitch out over the plate. I got it, put a good swing on it, and fortunately just didn't miss it.
There is the seat, as you probably have seen many times, but I don't think it gets too old, does it?
I get goosebumps every time I talk about it. It never gets old.
Now, it was Brad Lidge who he hit for the second home run, and Lidge was wearing 54, as was Jeremy Gonzalez. Now, did you ever face Goose Gossage? Because he also was wearing 54.
No, I didn't.
No, okay.
No, I didn't. Fortunately, I didn't have to go against that guy.
Did you ever get to the point during the course of your career, and I know you were noted for your speed, you were noted for your defense, and you were noted for your ability to score some runs and steal some bases. Did you ever think about hitting a home run, or is this something that happened magically in the postseason?
You know what, Stoney? Earlier in my career, I would get into hitters counts, and I really found myself trying to hit homers at times, trying to do things I wasn't capable of doing. And after I aged a bit and spent some time in the league, I realized what I did best to help ball clubs win, and that was staying within myself and being Scott Podsednik. So once I learned that and had the discipline to stay within myself, I focused on just trying to reach base. When I went up to the plate and tried to do things I wasn't capable of doing, I wasn't that good. So, there were certain times, certain counts, certain situations I would look to drive a ball, but I wasn't thinking home run a lot of the times.
In 2005, you guys got off to such a great start and then started to pull away, and it looked for a while like it was going to be a cakewalk. Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, it didn't happen that way, and as things got tighter, did you as a ball club ever feel, if we blow this one, this is going to be historic, or did you think, we just have to right the ship and we can get it?
I can't speak for everyone in that clubhouse, but I do recall having that feeling. We were ahead, had a substantial lead there in the Central, and Cleveland pulled within a game and a half. And I remember after that loss going into the clubhouse, looking around, it was very quiet, and I think a lot of my teammates were sharing the same feelings I was there's no way we can let this happen. But then we come back the next day, and that's what one of the things I remember about that club is we bounced back well. We were resilient. We had an ability to forget what we did the night before and show up to the ballpark with a new frame of mind. And I remember that's what we did that next day. I think we got a real big home run from Joe Creedy late in that game that gave us momentum, and that was it. We carried that momentum right on into the playoffs.
That ball hit pretty hard and deep in right field. Avi goes back, makes the catch.
Nice play.
The run's going to score, and the ball gets away, but Avi Garcia kept that ball in the ballpark, and Didi Gregorius, hitting for his 6th home run, just missed. That's RBI number 30 as Avi goes up, makes the catch. This one would have easily been out of the ballpark, as it turns out. He saves a couple of runs for the moment, and Avi, not the first time he's done it this year, goes back, makes a great catch. You played outfield for a long time. What's the key on that play?
The key is getting back and getting your bearings on the wall. You got to get back, know where the wall is, and then try to look up and play the ball. It's tough when the ball's coming down and you don't have an idea of where the wall is. So he did a great job getting back to the wall, finding it, looking up, and pulling it in. I think you're right. That ball would have left the ballpark. He saved a couple of runs there.
Unfortunately, he's tall enough to be able to go back. He timed it perfectly. He's done that before. The last one a little more spectacular, but this one a terrific play. The folks don't know yet, you're going to be pinch hitting for me in Kansas City. You're going to do 3 games with Hawk. You're going to be doing the analysis. And what's it going to be like for you?
Well, I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it. I will do my best to hold it down for you, Stoney. I will do my best.
Well, thank you. It's really easy. I mean, we make it look a lot harder than it really is. All you got to do is describe what's going on in the field. In that case, a guy struck out, big out, but you might get a little more detail than that. But in the long run, you're going to really love it. It's going to be a great experience for you. And have you had much experience doing this?
I haven't. This is my first. A couple of weeks ago was my first time here in the booth. So I had fun with it then. I'm enjoying being here now and talking with you guys. So I'm looking forward to Kansas City come next week.
Well, it's going to be fun, and you have to realize that you can't affect the style. You just have to have your own style. And I'm sure the way you approach the game of baseball, you approached it with a lot of intensity. You approach it with a lot of preparation. That's going to hold you in good stead in the booth.
So I can't go in and try to be you. I just got to be Scott Podsednik.
Well, you wouldn't want to do that anyway, but yeah, be Scott Podsednik. I think it'll be really good enough. And I will tell you something that you'll learn. The better the team plays, the better the broadcast sounds.
It makes sense.
So if the team has a very good Kansas City, you're going to be absolutely great.
That makes sense.
We've got 2 outs, and Johnny Danks trying to preserve a 2-1 lead. The Yankees have come back to score 1 after the Sox jumped on top 2-0. Going into the postseason, what did Ozzie mean to your team?
Ozzie had a unique way of getting the most out of what we had there in the clubhouse, and with Ozzie leading there at the front and the personalities we had in that clubhouse, it just worked. He was our leader, and he motivated us, and everyone knew what was expected of us. We went to the park and did our job.
Well, Scott, thank you. We appreciate you being here. We'll look forward to hearing from you in Kansas City, and it's a 2-1 game as we head into the bottom of the 3rd.